Welcome to Chapter 1 of my Calisthenics Chronicles. It's been 2 weeks since the return to form video where I explained why I was gone for 4 months and why I'm restarting this series. Throughout the last 2 weeks, I've managed to stick to my plan, doing all of my cardio, which I didn't grab any video of because I figured it would be too boring, and a lot of core work, which was grueling, to be fair. That being said, I managed to get through it all and I got to the fitness exam. I don't intend for this video to be super long. This is just chapter 1, and the future chapters will also be similarly short. So let's go ahead and hop into the fitness exam and I'll show you how I did. Now, I wanted to kind of mix things up, so I put together a montage slash compilation of all the different exercises I did for the fitness exam. And, I'm going to get it going right now, and we'll go ahead and take a look at it, and I'll provide kind of commentary over it while we're watching it, as well as how I did. Uh, the structuring the exam was quite simple. The idea was just to do one set max on each of the exercises that I needed to know how many can I do and how many should I adjust to start my split. So it was pretty simple. I just went to the fit lot, got warmed up as you see here, and then I started pulling them out. And we started with band assisted pull ups, then we went to dips and inverted rows, and then push ups. Hindsight being 2020, I think that front loading all of the upper body work exercises for exam purposes was kind of a dumb idea, but I still did kind of the best I could, and I got some solid numbers. I don't think if I had waited, I would have done much better, or if I had done something different, I would have done much worse. So I'm still satisfied with the results, but there are some feelings there. I'll talk about them a little bit later. But basically, after the push-ups, I went straight into bodyweight squats, and then I tested each of the calves, so right and left, and then Bulgarian split squats, right and left, and then I finished off with a little bit of how do I say, a try at Nordic curls. Really, I actually unlocked them. This recording is happening a week after this video was meant to actually upload. So I've actually done a whole week of working out since this fitness exam. Um, and ideally, I actually would have done this recording that I'm doing right now, this review, the night I had done this fitness exam, and I would have been able to better capture how I felt and everything of the sort. But all that aside, as you can see, I tried to clip together kind of my full warm up, as well as some extra things I do. And it's not always the same. It's not always the same every single time. Sometimes if I'm doing more upper body, I'm going to put in a few more upper body warm up exercises, arm exercises, joint mobility exercises. If I'm doing more legs, then I'm going to do more of that. Maybe I'll throw in A skip, B skip, just to really get the joints warm and mobile. Because I am 32 and I'm heavy, as you can see. It's a little hard looking at myself on camera like this, especially when I finished out December so much lighter and so much more confident with my body weight. Um, so kind of seeing myself back at square one again, um, it's hard. It's hard. So I'm going to go ahead and skip the video forward to pull-ups and we'll take a look. We're actually almost there. I think after I finish these leg swings, I'm going to be there. So just do a little pop and there we are. So basically, I'm going to pause here. Here, actually, it'll be a little bit better if I go forward. There we go. That'll be good. Okay, so basically what I have here is a 35, I think it's 35 pounds, a heavy band. This is just the Walmart brand freaking version of it. Anyway, I got a heavy band and I attach it to the bar as shown, and then over this last winter I actually managed to purchase some Versa grips. They are only going to be used in this beginning like 4 to 8 weeks. After that, I'm actually going to retire them because I need to train my grip strength. As of right now, I want to train the muscles and the exercise itself without having to worry about falling off the bar. Because I am like 250 pounds here. So it's not like really easy to pull out 4 to 5 reps of something, especially pull ups, even with a band assist. So the Versa grips are just absolutely goaded for this exercise. So let's take a look here. Basically, I get both feet in, get my Versa grip set, take a few breaths, and then hit it. I wonder if yeah, see me getting ready mentally. There's some belly. Really squeezing out that fourth rep. Debating whether I even want to try for a fifth. I know I want to do more. I want to do as many as I can, but I'm already doubting myself. I can see it in my face. 5. Now, I don't count this last one just because I didn't go as high as the other. So I kept it at 5 there. And then moving on to dips, no assists on this on dips. I kind of figured that I could handle it without having to route a band underneath my knees here from hand to hand. So I just got up there and went for it. But you're going to see it was not easy. Definitely a struggle. Look at that. Look at that shake. But what I am happy about is that I'm going low enough. Let's see if I can. It's that I am really actually going low enough, which is good. Getting a really good stretch. I wish I had taken this kind of more from the side to get more of the to see where what my chest and shoulder position was. It's really hard to kind of see where my shoulder position is. For all I know, they're hunched closer up to my neck than I would like, preferably, but for this exam, this is fine. Still doing pretty well here. Getting to the end there. And I think I ended here at, yeah. So I attempted the sixth and couldn't get it. So that was 5. And then let's move on to rows. I decided to use the Versa grips for the same reason again. Nothing more to explain, just really trying to keep my core tight. You can't see it's tight because my belly is a freaking balloon at the moment, but it is tight, and I'm keeping my back as straight as possible, and really just trying to coordinate my breathing and my effort, which is showing. This is my best lift out of all of them. I think, well, my second best. You'll see my best here in a little bit. But I did pretty good on this one. I got 10 reps on that one, not bad. And then straight to push-ups. Here, I wanted to make sure I was going full down and full up with intention. Really executing the push-up as gnarly as possible, basically. So just really putting a lot of force into it can really make the difference as to how your chest activates, in my opinion. So yeah. Anyway, these 10 reps felt like doing a standard 25 to 30 in the military when I was in the military. And then here's my best here. So body weight squats. I was once in track and field when I was a kid. So my legs are very well developed, um, and very strong. So I'm able to do quite a bit with legs, especially when it comes to the body. And for most people, that's going to be the case because you use your legs all day, every day for everything you do. So, but you don't use your upper body and your arms for all day, every day, everything you do. I work in moving furniture, so I do use my upper body more than others generally, especially anybody who works in an office. But still, my legs are pretty well developed, and they do really good work. So I actually get a lot of reps here. Um, so let's go ahead and take a look. My only thing, I don't have the volume on right now, but my right knee right here, I do I do have a lot of pronation in my feet. So they tend to roll outward. Well, that causes problems further up the chain into the knee where sometimes I'll get a lot of clicking and it's pretty uncomfortable. It's not painful, it's just uncomfortable and disconcerting. So oftentimes when I'm in the middle of a squat, I actually have to mentally adjust my feet, mentally put focus on adjusting my feet during the squat. It can detract from the squat sometimes, but not that bad. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with my arms here. I did find a way I actually enjoyed. I got the idea from watching a video of the yellow dude, that Calisthenics YouTube channel. I really like that thing. I gotta get one of the books. Um, but yeah, I mean the vibes today were on this day were just great. I mean it was a little cloudy out, but it was just so nice to be outside again and doing something exercise. So, oh, and then I cramped there at the end there. I think I pulled out 39 reps on that one, which I found impressive. I thought that I was gonna fail at 30, and my legs were screaming at me to stop at 30, but I just kept pushing, and I got to 39. So I got to start this week's lower body on a good note, but we'll get to that in the next video. And then moving on to the calf raise. Plain and simple, basically you can't see how my arm position is, but basically if this was the bar here, I was wrapping my arms around the bar like so and just kind of holding myself still. I wasn't trying to pull myself every time I lifted with my calf. Then that was a focus on the exercise. So you'll see here the only thing I really don't like about doing my calf raises here is the narrowness of this bar. It's just really narrow, and that pinpoint right on the ball of the foot, it gets uncomfortable after a while. And when you're basically rolling on that pinpoint all the time, it can really, I don't know if I've ever bruised my foot, but I'm assuming someone probably would if they didn't have cushy shoes like I do. So it would be cool if I could find a different location in the fit lot to do these, somewhere that has a better platform, where it has a bit of a drop down, and then I can I'm gonna let it play, and then I can lever up while holding on to something just to keep myself stable so that I'm focusing all of my body weight onto the calf muscle. But this works. Adaptability is more important. And you'll see later this summer, I just want to point this out real quick. Back here, all back here, you can kind of see it. It's obscured by a lot of branches and crap, but back there is a whole bunch of standing water. So if we go further out, so in this reference, it'd be further out that way. So if we go further out this way, that's where Taku Lake is in reference to the fit lot. It's not connected to the lake at all. This just happens to be a low point in the terrain, and all of the snow and ice that melted over the last 2 months, just all went right here. What this is going to mean, and this is why even when it's warm, I'm probably still going to be dressed the same, is mosquitoes. And there's a reason why Alaskans, and I've not been in Alaska very long, but even I've heard of this and I've experienced it myself in the last couple summers. Alaskans call the mosquito the state bird for a reason. They're huge. They're huge. I mean, they buzz like flies, and they they have a mean bite. Strangely enough, my reaction only ever lasts like 2, 3 hours, and then it doesn't really itch very much anymore. It's really strange. I don't get like that long day to 3 days itch that you usually get from dirty mosquitoes. Maybe they're cleaner up here. I don't know. In any case, I did pretty well. I think that I shortchanged myself on the left. You'll see that here. I think I probably had either more. I think I had more to give on the calf raises. Um, but maybe by this point I was already just getting tired. But I ended up doing 16 reps per each calf raise, and that's just how it ended up. It's still pretty good, a good effort. I really do enjoy it. I really like working legs, especially with calisthenics. When you figured out how to do it, working out legs is very enjoyable. It's just so visceral, especially because the stronger you are, the more you're able to work. One of my favorites is actually these Bulgarian split squats. It targets the quad so well as the glute. It's just wonderful. Um, and doing the Bulgarian split squats here on the parallels, it's like magic. You're able to keep yourself stabilized, and so that allows you to keep your knee over your toe, and you don't even have to worry about it. You just focus, and you're not going to fall left or right. You're not going to fall forward. So you just focus on pushing as hard as you can on your leg. Either way, on the Bulgarian split squats, I actually got the same reps on both sides, so got 11 reps per side. And by this point, I actually really felt it. There was just nothing left. I had nothing left. So I am gonna see if we can get some volume here. Okay. I don't know if we're capturing anything. So I didn't really know how to do them. So I tried a negative down, and then I tried pushing myself back up. And like I didn't push myself all the way back up. I pushed myself to just this like beginning point, and then I lifted myself up. So just like that. I tried catching myself, it didn't work. So I only was able to do two on that one. And that concludes it. That's it, plain and simple. So there's the fitness exam. It wasn't anything special or crazy. All right, so there is the fitness exam. I hope you enjoyed the way I reviewed it. I think I'm going to keep that kind of modality going forward when I want to review specific exercises or specific workouts throughout any given week, and that will be kind of part of my story. The reason why I did that fitness exam the way I did also leads to how we determine my sets and reps for the workouts themselves. The basis I'm going off of is a rep and reserve ideology where I wanted to keep about 20% left on the table to but I had to figure out where the 100% was first. So for example, I'm going to start band assisted pull ups at 4 pull ups per set on Monday, and then dips at 4 dips, but I may go up to 5 or 6. It just depends on how I feel. And then inverted row, I'm starting at 8. On push ups, I'm starting at 8. On bodyweight squats, I'm actually starting at 30. On single leg calf raise, I'm going to start at think 13 or 14, but you get the idea. The idea is to set my set reps at 80% of the max and to work up from there. Whether it is too little or a little bit too much doesn't really matter. The way that it's just a starting point. The way the progression is structured for me is to go up 1 rep per week for every exercise. Sometimes if I'm feeling like really strong on an exercise, I'm going to go up 1 rep per workout. It just depends. So, and you'll see that when we get into later chapters where I'm reviewing the stats more and we're able to start seeing some trends. But in the meantime, that's our starting point and why I'm starting there. So, what I want to do is do a quick review of some changes I made to the stat sheet, as well as we get kind of a look at some of the stats I've actually loaded into there, and then we can kind of finish off the video. Taking a look at the fitness tracker that I've made, we can see that I have made sure to note every single day I've managed to complete, put a little extra emphasis on the fitness test. I'm very proud of myself for getting there. And actually at this point I'm on Friday. I completed my workout today at the time of this recording. So I've actually managed to get this whole week done, but you'll see that video come Monday, Memorial Day, I want to say. It's a holiday. So you'll see that video come out then, and then I'll be caught up, which will be nice. In the meantime, though, just wanted to do a quick brief overview. The way I had it structured last time for the fitness stat tracker was just to calculate grand totals, and I blew that up to now be tracking all of my reps per set, and I'm going to get the totals that I was looking for on a different page in this. Probably somewhere in this visual graphics and visuals location. I'll probably put it in as a table or a graph or something like that. I'm not really sure yet how I'd like it, but that's how I'm going to do that. So far, some of the really notable things I've managed to do is just kind of work on my cardio. I had some high points here. I was able to get to like 9.69 miles in 35 minutes. But I did notice that like if I take a look at the thing here, the 14th was actually I hadn't done any sort of leg workout up to that point. So like I was doing really, really, really strong, and then we come into this week and I just kind of fell off the map here. As you can see, like yeah. Anyway, this week was definitely rough being able to do the full split, but again, I'll address that in the next video. Most of my workouts, because of the nature of my fitness plan, have been core. I think that that's most appropriate. My core is most important for me to strengthen first because I'm working from a disadvantage compared to most people, as I had an injury that I didn't let heal. I got surgery for it. It's actually what got me out of the military, and it's been 10 years nagging at me, blah, blah, blah. And the story is that I have to make sure that that is safe. My lower back injury is safe before I can really launch into everything else. And so far I've only managed to get this week, which is 2 upper body workouts and 1 lower body workout. But again, I'll review those stats at a later time. Today I just wanted to show you the fitness stat tracker itself, how I've built it. If you're interested in it or how I built it, why I built it, leave your question in the comments and I'll definitely respond to it. Absolutely. So there we go. Let's go ahead and move on to finish out the video. Well, there you have it. Fitness exam is complete. I have a starting point. I'm able to start the split. I have started the split. We'll go over that on the next video. I'll say that for the 3rd or 4th time. And yeah, I'm very proud and happy for what I've done. I think that it was harder this time around to get this done. It's kind of like the novelty of the first time has worn off completely. Now I'm just more or less frustrated and anxious. I just want to get back to where I was very quickly, but what I want different this time are all the little mistakes that I made along the way last time. I don't want those to overshadow or get in the way they did before. I had some real serious issues that occurred last time. They may have been what led me to get ill. I don't really know. And at this point, I don't really care. What I want to do is just continue improving. So, making sure I'm eating appropriately, getting enough salt, drinking enough water, trying to sleep more, which right now I'm not doing very good at, and just really focusing on taking care of my recovery and myself. I feel like that's still that hopefully what I've gained through all this whole process was the ability to recognize how important recovery is. I didn't really give it enough respect last time. So this time I I'm hopeful that it'll take me the distance. So that being said, I've really reined in my calories and focused on my food quality, my sleep quality, and everything of that sort. Um, this week being the first week, I am beyond sore and tired. I'm just so tired all the time, so sore. And then last night I had an allergy attack, seasonal allergies from the new growth that's happening in Alaska as part of the green up, is what we call it. So I had to like throw in Benadryl. I was like groggy all day today, but I'm still really happy I'm able to bang this out, and it's time to move on to the next one. So thanks for joining me. I appreciate you being part of my journey. I hope that some of the things I've shown might give some people ideas as to what they can do to get started. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. And I see every single comment. So just give me your best and I'll give you mine. Thanks. I'll see you in the next chapter. No excuses, man. Peace out.